Children of Akrama school in Homs salute the Syrian flag and chant the national anthem, persisting to continue their education in face of terrorism. And a delegation of Syrian community in Italy and members of the European Front for the Defense of Syria pay a visit in support to the homeland. Syrian Arab Army units restore security and stability to several parts of Deir ez-Zor city and continue their steady advance in Jobar near Damascus. Good afternoon. This is news in English from the Syrian Arab television in Damascus. A delegation of the Syrian community in Italy and members of the European Front for the Defense of Syria visited the Ministries of Health and Endowments as part of their tour to a number of ministries and institutions.
Day after day, the Syrians residing in the expatriate assert their stance in support of the homeland against terrorism, which is funded and backed from the outside. Hence, the visit by a delegation of the Syrian community in Italy and members of the European Front for the Defense of Syria comes as a new proof of this stance. The delegation met the Minister of Health, Dr. Nizar Yazji, who briefed the delegation on the damage suffered by the health sector as a result of the terrorist attacks. The delegation also met Minister of Endowments, Dr. Muhammad Abdusattar Sayed, who confirmed that one of the most important objectives of the conspiracy against Syria is distorting Islam and spreading the Wahhabi Takfiri thought, which is financed and supported by countries such as Saudi Arabia, stressing that Syria is essential in spreading love and fraternity worldwide. The delegation will stay in Syria for several days, during which its members will pay visits to various governorates to see the bulk of devastation and destruction caused by terrorism.
Syrian Arab Army units continue to eliminate terrorism, killing many terrorists in several areas. A military source said that the army units killed many terrorists and seized a number of buildings where they had been hiding in Harasta. The army units also destroyed a tunnel in Dayala, as well as discovering and demolishing terrorist hideouts, including weapons and ammunition inside in Jobar in East Ghouta and Al-Qalamun terrains in Damascus countryside. The Syrian Arab Army units also killed many terrorists and injured others, destroying their weapons and vehicles in Dir'a and Qunaitra countryside to the south of the country. While in the countryside of Idlib, Syrian Arab Army destroyed a warehouse for missiles and rockets in Bindish and in the post for communication at the top of Nabi Ayyub mountain, killing and injuring many terrorists. Syrian Arab Army units killed and injured a number of terrorists after targeting the gathering in Al-War area. Syrian Arab Army units foiled an infiltration attempt by terrorists from Al-War into Al-Muhandisin roundabout, killing scores of them and wounding others. Meanwhile, the army units targeted terrorist gatherings in Arestan to the north of Az-Zara village, Anq al-Hawa and Tuwaini, killing several terrorists, wounding others and destroying an ammunition store and a number of their vehicles. In Deir ez-Zor, Syrian Arab Army units restored security and stability to Al-Ba'ajin school and in Al-Jbaili neighborhood and eliminated a number of terrorists who were hiding there. On the latest developments on the Syrian border city of Ain al-Arab, Kobani, Kurdish protection units continued their heroic confrontations of ISIS terrorists. Kurdish sources in Ain al-Arab of Aleppo eastern countryside said that Kurdish protection units killed the terrorist Abu Khattab al-Kurdi, who was leading the ISIS terrorist attacks on the city. Kurdish protection units also captured 40 terrorists from ISIS, killing more than 24 others. Meanwhile, reports confirmed the retreat of ISIS in the southern and eastern parts of the city. At least 38 persons were killed in 3 terrorist blasts that targeted Qara, Taba, north of Dayala province. Moreover, police commander of Al-Anbar province, General Ahmad Sadiq Ad-Dulaimi, and the photographer Imad Amir Lutfi were killed by an explosive blast near Al-Ramadi that has been witnessing fierce confrontations between Iraqi forces and the Islamic State in Iraq and the Sham ISIS. Pupils of Akrama al-Makhzumi and Akrama al-Muhdatha schools have come back to school and saluted Syria's national anthem, showing determination to continue their study and to stand firm in face of terrorism. More in the following.
Both Akrama al-Makhzumiyya and al-Muhdatha schools pupils have saluted and chanted Syria's national anthem after they have come back to their schools that closed their doors temporarily following the terrorist blast that claimed the lives of many innocent pupils. Some pupils recited poems that expressed their love to the homeland and the challenge of terrorism and its tools. Present were Governor of Homs province, Mr. Talal Barazi, and other prominent figures and officials. Principal of Akrama al-Muhdatha, Mrs. Saadat al-Zamtali, said that efforts are being exerted to tackle the negative impacts of the terrorist blast on children through the help of a team of psychiatrists in cooperation with the institution of the Syrian martyr. For her part, Principal of Akrama al-Makhzumiyya, Fatima al-Hussein, said that seeing the pupils coming back to school makes one feel optimistic and overwhelmed with joy, as it shows the pupils' awareness of what is going on in Syria and the challenge of terrorism, pointing out that measures have been taken to tackle the psychological consequences of the blast on the pupils.
Bolivian President Evo Morales has won a third presidential term with a 60% majority of the votes in all the country's provinces. Moreover, Morales' party has won 111 seats in the Senate and 25 seats in the Congress of the country. Thousands of Morales' supporters took to the Morelos Square in La Paz to celebrate this victory that Morales described as a victory to the anti-imperialism and colonialism forces. With this, we end our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region, and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, www.syriaonline.sy. Now to the latest business and market news with Vani, but after a short break.